Hello, I'm J.K. Summerlin, and today we're talking about who are you writing a book for? This is a very important thing to consider when you're writing fiction or nonfiction. Who is your target audience? And a little bit of terminology that's come up in the book group that I'm part of. This is a book writing group, and it's for the Right Now Challenge. This is day 2 of the Right Now Challenge, but this applies to anyone who is trying to write a book and going through the process of it. You need to consider who is your audience, and a piece of terminology within that is an avatar for who is the ideal user of your book. So I immediately think of user because when I was doing web development, you have this idea of an avatar user, and we're not talking about avatars like in VR chat. This model is an avatar of a character. We're talking about someone who is just a sample, an example of someone who would use your website to do something. So that's a different definition of avatar from that one movie with the blue aliens, and also a different definition of avatar like models in VR chat. A lot of the people that are in the Right Now Challenge are much older, so they don't have a connection to web development or VR chat. So the concept of avatar is really abstract, and so it's kind of like an open space for them to fill in with whatever. But I'm getting beside the point. The two things that I need to mention here is who is my ideal reader. See that I'm using my own terminology here. That's much more natural to call them an ideal reader. The person that I really want to reach with my book is my ideal reader. So, for my very specific description of who my ideal reader is, it's intellectually honest men who want affection so that they can live fulfilled, productive lives instead of constantly feeling like they're running out on fumes. So I think a lot of people can relate to the idea that there's something essential missing in society, from the way that we're living in modern society. There's a lack of dignity, really, a lack of something fundamentally human, a lack of meaningful connections, meaningfulness. Wow. uh, there's a lack of purpose in a lot of people's lives, and addressing the larger social issues and the psychological issues accompanying that is something that not everyone's going to find interesting, but people that matter to me are going to find that interesting. So that's who I'm writing for. So I've identified my ideal reader as modern men, and an issue that faces us, which is living in modernity and the suffering that comes with that. The issues being a lack of affection, a lack of appreciation, and a lack of connection to greater meaning out there. So, those are the themes that I am going to deliver on within my fiction. You need to focus on themes that are relevant to your target audience's needs so that the entertainment is engaging to them. What makes engagement is addressing something that specifically relates to that audience, something that they can resonate with. And especially when you are writing fiction, what drives plot? Conflict drives plot. So, when thinking about the plot for your fiction books, you should include the themes that are your promise of what you're going to deliver on, which in my case is addressing the lack of affection in modernity.